Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This is going to be a reading for the full moon in Libra, which happens on April 7th, until we have the full moon in Scorpio on May 7th. As many of you may already know, Libra is all about balance and ruled by Venus, which rules money, beauty, love. Right now, our relationships and how we coexist with others, even if those are virtual relationships or within our home, but it can be with our coworkers, it can be romantic relationships, family members, even with the household pet. All of those relationships are going to be in the spotlight. We're also going to be urged to focus on how we can bring more beauty to our lives and more balance. So without further ado, Capricorn, let's go ahead and invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, and our spirit guides to this space to deliver the messages that we need to hear for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Excuse me. Messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs from April 7th to May 7th. Messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs from April 7th to May 7th for this full moon in Libra period. Whoops, I think we're almost there. Cards are like, okay, stop shuffling. Some of you might be dealing with a Sagittarius. Okay. Overall energy, Capricorn, is the Page of Wands. This is fire energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. The Page of Wands is a beautiful card when it's in the upright. It's all about passion, new beginnings, adventure. It's kind of like the minor arcana version of the Fool, somebody who's optimistic and they're just feeling brilliant about themselves. They're ready to come out to the world, be authentic. They don't care if they're dressed a little funny because that's exactly the way they want to be seen. It's all this charisma and it's this fire, but there is a little bit of a warning when it shows up in the reverse, because the Page of Wands can be a bit impulsive, even though they're charismatic and they're excited, but they might have overlooked details or there might have been a lack of planning. So when it's in the reverse, it's like this new direction has come to a halt because they've been faced with some sort of criticism or some sort of obstacles and they don't know how to get around it. And so that's just sort of like this deflation. You know, like I was going to do this, I'm going to do that and this. And then the minute something doesn't work out, because there was no plan B in place, or maybe there wasn't enough, foresight or thought put into how this was actually going to happen, that this new direction, it can be a relationship, it can be a creative project, it can be whatever, okay, but it comes to sort of a halt here when it's in the reverse. The Five of Pentacles might be because of financial matters, or somebody might be feeling left out, feeling alone, feeling like they don't have enough, maybe feelings of lack, and that might be what stopped this Page of Wands. You have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. This is hard work. So this is hard work and planning. So remember, you can't skip any steps. If something felt like it was too good to be true, Spirit is saying there's a reason why. And I'm speaking to somebody very specifically. You might have felt like, whoa, this is too good to be true. Maybe it was a person, maybe somebody you met online. It could be, a job, something that was like work from home. I don't know, something like that. But there wasn't, it was trying to skip some steps, or the hard work, the planning wasn't in place to allow this to work out. All right, and underneath there you have the Hermit. So again, the Hermit is Virgo energy. The Hermit in reverse could be, could have been, the Hermit can be a teacher. It could have to do with your spiritual journey as well. Or it could also be the need for you to really trust your intuition. Because again, I really do feel like whatever this Page of Wands was, you might have felt it, those pangs in your stomach, your intuition, your sixth sense, everything saying, you know what, there's something a little bit off. It's just so it's just too good to be true. So if you guys have caught yourself saying that, then this is definitely resonating with you. The Ace of Pentacles card is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And the Ace of Pentacles, this is about a missed opportunity. Or again, it's about this beautiful blessing, this seed of opportunity that just didn't go anywhere. Okay, so it makes a lot of sense next to this Page of Wands. It's something that for one reason or the other, you tried to plant this seed, it couldn't grow. It didn't have enough sunlight, it didn't get enough water. Okay, again, too good to be true. All right, or maybe you were sold. I get like maybe somebody sold you on a project or on a product and it was a dud. Okay, or it was, it's like when you buy batteries and from those little side carts in a city and they don't work. They're like old batteries or dead batteries. Something that may just be a metaphor here. What's blocking you is the Temperance card, and Spirit is saying timing. Divine timing is at work, and you need a lot of patience. Some of you, I really feel like, are trying to either get a business off the ground. You might be focusing on investments, and I think some of you are also really focusing on cryptocurrency. This might be a very specific message for one of my Cappies out there. Or a cross watcher, but the focus on cryptocurrency. Okay, I'm really getting that. This blockage might be a Sagittarius person, but I feel like more than anything, it has to do with really finding that sweet spot with your investments. And then also finding something that, whatever the research is that you're doing, because I feel like you guys are researching. Look, the King of Swords even has a book open. Whatever you're researching, you need to make sure that it has the perfect amount of balance, whatever this might be. Okay, I hope that makes sense to some of you. The Temperance card is a beautiful card because it can also represent your spiritual journey and spiritual ascension. And I love the fact that she came out in the upright because you guys are definitely trying to make improvements. This is also a card of healing and a reminder that your spirit guides and your angels are around you. So do pay attention to the signs and synchronicities. Some of you might have to heal past disappointments. Some of you might have tried to start a business before, a side hustle. Some of you might have tried investments, like dipped your toes. Look, she's dipping her toe in the water here. Dipped your toes in the water of investments, and maybe it has to do with cryptocurrency, maybe it doesn't, and it didn't work out. So you're feeling a little bit gun shy, and Spirit's saying that's really blocking you. Now, with the intentions you need to set: Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, this King of Swords, beautiful. Okay, the King of Swords is you are the boss. This is somebody who's very, very well prepared. This is somebody who is, he has done all of his research. He's somebody who, so he can be a little bit unyielding, but you need to get to the point where I feel like your past endeavors, whatever they might have been, investments, relationships, jobs, spiritual journeys, there wasn't enough planning, and you weren't prepared enough. And so when you ran into mistakes or conflict or criticism, you didn't know how to maneuver your way around them. It just sort of stopped you in your tracks. And Spirit is saying with this King of Swords, this is somebody who's very sure of himself. He's very black and white. He's very balanced. And this really does speak to this Libran full moon energy that we're going through, bringing that balance back into your life. So, sometimes, most of the time when something feels too good to be true, it is. And so you need to pull back and try to see how you can find something or be more balanced in your approach to whatever this investment is. And this investment could be, something: time, energy, love, money, resources, whatever it might be for you, my dear Capricorn. What you do need to know is the Two of Pentacles. There will be a bit of juggling that's going on here. This is more Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And this is so funny. So and the last time I used this deck, this bicycle, I had to look it up and I posted it. It's called a penny farthing. And I feel like this is really important. There are two things going on in this card. One is the lemniscate, which is a very erudite, showing off my vocabulary here, but I'm sort of doing it in a joke. It's a very fancy, schmancy, snotty word for a figure eight, but I love the word. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly, lemniscate. But this figure eight is is coming to us, and it's really highlighted in this card, the need to go with the flow. And remember, the Page of Wands, because he wasn't prepared enough, he couldn't go with the flow, right? He didn't know how. He ran into an obstacle or a criticism or made a mistake, and it just sort of, everything caved in on top of him. And so, and that could be an internal journey as well. So here, this is a reminder, go with the flow. This person is, not walking on water, but riding a big wheeled bicycle, a penny farthing over, choppy waters, but she's making it, she's moving, she's working hard. So again, some of you, this might be, your side project, what you're doing on top of your regular job for income that you're trying to make, a big time investment. But the other thing to note here with this bicycle is that you can, it's kind of an awkward journey for her. It's not easy, but there is sunlight peeking through. And I'm not really sure why this bicycle didn't sort of take off. I mean, it did evolve, but it would be a lot easier if this big wheel wasn't so big, right? And so that's probably where the natural evolution of the bicycle came from. So again, I think there's a need here to really evaluate your investments and where you're spending your time, and see how you can A, go with the flow. Okay. B, persevere. You're building on something, you're persevering. I think you're creating something, and be open to constructive criticism. Okay. But if people are using destructive criticism with your idea, your invention, your investment, shut them off, right? Because there's no time for that. And you don't want to fall into the same trap before, allowing too much negative energy to affect you, because ultimately for a lot of us it can affect us, until we get a little thicker skin, or until we're more confident in what we're doing. Okay, so as you're building confidence, be aware of who you're talking to about this invention, and allow yourself this time. Be patient with evolving with the evolution of this idea or this invention or this investment. All right, be kind to yourself. In your outcome position, we do have the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups is very creative and she's very intuitive. She's most closely linked to the High Priestess card. So Spirit is saying it's really important that you don't shut your own intuition off. And so really make sure, I really want you to sort of keep whatever this Two of Pentacles invention investment is, keep your cards close to your chest. Again, don't let too many people in on the idea until you're really ready to share it. The Queen of Cups can also represent creativity, and maybe you need to be a little bit more creative in your approach. And oftentimes, painters, when they create their masterpieces, they lock themselves in their studios. They roll around naked on the floor and paint, whatever they might do, whatever weird things we might do when we're getting creative and we're channeling. And that's just a funny, weird example. I don't know where that came from, so I do apologize. But the Queen of Cups is saying, get in touch, unleash your creativity, and you might need to sort of spend more time alone. Okay, because I'm sort of seeing that hermit energy coming back again, that you need to spend some time alone here. And if we take a look here, the Hermit is the card number 9, and that's the number of the human gestation period. And when you're creating something, if it's an actual human being or pregnancy, those 9 months, there's a reason why it takes that long, because we're adjusting, but we're also, naturally our bodies are adjusting to this change and preparing us for the rest of the journey. And so it's like those 9 months where your behaviors change, you get more rest, you might spend more time on your own, taking care of yourself, etc., until you're ready to reveal your masterpiece and birth whatever that is, that creative project. So the Queen of Cups is urging you to make sure that you really indulge yourself with your creativity and your self-care, and focus on your health and your balance. Okay, because that's what's needed to get this off the ground and to make this really successful. But Capricorn, I like this. I mean, I like this energy for you guys. All right, let's go ahead and pull additional messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs from April 7th to May 7th. The Garden and the Gate. This is a reminder that you hold the power. She's looking to different pastures. She's looking at what's beyond her house, with beyond her garden. And it can be, be careful to that you are falling into, the grass is greener on the other side. So again, it's really making sure that you're doing your research, that you're fully prepared, that you know the ins and outs of whatever it is you're about to do. But the important thing is she has this beautiful garden where she's completely fulfilled, and the gate is locked, but she holds the key. So again, the power is yours, Capricorn. You just have to figure out what you're going to do with it. But I see a lot of abundance. This is a happy card. 30 breaks down to a 3. Growth, expansion. Again, I'm really getting some of you really paying attention to investments. Woohoo! 31, door to value. Yeah, and I think some of you are also just evaluating, how long are we going to be using cash? Okay, how long, how is our currency changing as a result to world events? Again, some of you are really focused on the stock market. Some of you are really focused on your investments. Some of you might be wanting to convert all of your money into gold and, pile it up in the basement. Others of you are thinking about like cryptocurrency and that sort of thing. And there's no coincidence that this here looks like Chinese money, does it? So you guys are really focused on economy, world economies, the whole economy, and the system of currency is going to be changing as a result of this COVID-19. Angel of Balance. Again, this is that Libran energy, this new moon energy. So really make sure you're doing your new moon wishes. Our next new moon is in... Oh, I can't think right now. I'm sorry. I can't think right now, you guys, and I don't want to give you wrong information. But, our next full moon is going to be in Taurus. We just had the new moon in Aries. I can't think. I'm drawing a blank. I'm not supposed to, but just bringing balance to your life. Again, it's falling on top of that 2 of Pentacles, really weighing out the pros and the cons, really balancing and making sure that you're not, that you're not falling into that same trap of, what you may have fallen into before. Something that's too good to be true, especially when it comes to investing your time, your energy, your love, and your money. But beautiful energy, happy family. So there's something beautiful and stable that's going to come as a result of this. All right, Capricorn, really, really nice energy. Additional messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Procrastination. Yeah, and I see that. I see that here in the Page of Wands in reverse. And then you get help from above, number 27. So your prayers have been answered. Okay, really cool energy here, Capricorn. All right, number 8, I'm going to read from the book. This is from the Heal Yourself reading cards. It's a beautiful deck. I love this. And it's much more powerful than I gave it credit originally. I've really fallen in love. And I thought this clock here was a full moon. And look, a black cat. Ooh. You need to change your tune and stop putting things off to tomorrow that you can do today. You're being called to action. There have been important tasks that you have delayed. Even if it is something that you don't want to do, like cleaning the house, paying the bills, looking for a job, losing weight, doing your tax, studying, etc., now is the time to take responsibility and move forward. The point of power is always in the present. This action is showing you that there is an urgency for you to take action. This card is showing you that there's an urgency for you to take action. If you're putting off something that is meaningful to you and doubting whether you can do it, Again, there's that self-doubt creeping in. The message is to have courage to face your fears and do what you love. What is the worst thing that can happen? You make a mistake. Even if you do, you will learn. Ooh, Capricorn. Yes. So that's just, Spirit's confirmation of everything that I was saying to you about this Page of Wands. Don't be afraid to make a mistake, Capricorn. You guys are going to be just fine. Trust your intuition. But remember, don't get caught up in, the bells and whistles of something. If it seems or feels too good to be true, it very well might be. But take your time to do the research. But not too much time. You can't spend your whole time researching and then it's to the point where you're paralyzed and not making a move. Trust your intuition, trust your gut. She who enfolds, swathe, embrace, and self-care. Wow, very nice. So sorry I put that down. Let's take a look at this. So this is, again, nurture yourself, take care of yourself. This bird is a very sort of spiritual image. Get the big picture. All right, I'm really seeing that Nine of Pentacles, Venus and Virgo type energy. You can do this. You will be successful. But you do have to be caring, loving, and compassionate with yourself as you're going through this journey. All right, and don't give up, Capricorn. You're going to be just fine. Again, full moon energy, help from above. Your prayers have been answered. Okay? All right, I love you guys so much. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. But most of all, I want to thank you guys for listening and for all the love and support you show this channel. Have a beautiful day. Take care.